What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Top 5 Filthiest Pitches of the Day. We're going to kick it off with our honorable mentions. First, I've Mason Miller for these sliders and overpowering 101 fastball. Josh Hader had these wicked sliders. Abner Uribe had this nasty slider. Tanner Scott had these heaters, and Carl Ravitch called out a sword here.
He got him, and that was a sword.
And lastly, Garrett Whitlock had this painted two-seamer that was beautiful. My top 5 filthiest pitches of the day yesterday. At number 5, Trevor Megill for this filth. It's a 101 mile an hour heater and a knuckle curve that just disappears. And I have him tied with Dustin May for the sweepers and sinkers that, as always, look like CGI. He didn't have a great game. He only had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, but his stuff was definitely moving. And I also love this with CB Buckner behind the plate and Clayton Kershaw on the mic.
Some of the metrics that are out there, even when you're during a game and actually pitching.
Was that a strike right there? That looked like a strike to me.
Yeah, it was right there.
It was right there. It was not a strike.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
K-Zone said it was.
Well, yeah, so it's a strike. Okay, but got it.
There you go.
I did an overlay of these two pitches. And you can see how identical they are. The catcher did not have to move his glove. Both of these balls would fit right in there. They're the same pitch. What's going on here? Well, what's going on with CB? You can hear right here from D. Strange Gordon.
I don't care. Man. CB was terrible. CB stands for confused brother, okay?
At number 4, Max Fried for these curveballs and sweeper, including this backdoor sweeper. He had 9 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs. It was really good yesterday. At number 3, Zack Wheeler. He went 6 innings with 9 Ks.
Nice.
Giving up only 1 run. And these fastballs, curveballs, sweepers, just all his stuff was working again. His ERA now, 2.76. It seems like his ERA is always like 2.5, 2.7, and is literally always in the Cy Young hunt. Will he win one this year? Well, probably not if Paul Skeens keeps pitching like he does. At number 2, Brayan Bello for basically striking Judge out 3 times. I mean, the Red Sox just own Judge this series. More like Aaron Fudge, Will? Is that what we were hearing from you?
That is actually, I think, what we should start calling him.
Got a sword on Aaron Judge. Just filthy stuff from Bello. Bello ended up with 8 Ks and 7 scoreless innings. And at number 1, Grant Holmes for getting 15 strikeouts in a game. Yep, 15 Ks. His slider was ridiculous. He picked up 16 whiffs on his slider. His fastball was unhittable. Curveball went 6 1/3 innings, giving up only 2 earned runs, 2 hits. He had 25 whiffs overall. And surely the Braves won a game where their pitcher struck out 15 hitters, Will. Right? The Braves won this game.
Not exactly, Ninja.
But at least it was close.
Not exactly.
They got shellacked by the Colorado Rockies. Like, what in the living is going on here? You have a guy that strikes out 15 hitters and pitches his balls off, and you can't win the game going against the Colorado Rockies? This is pure bullshit. The Braves should disband their team just like the Red Sox did after sweeping the Yankees by ditching Devers.
Too soon, man.
Now, on the Ninja notes, Yusei Kikuchi had 10 Ks in 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. He faced Cade Povich, who was the bulk guy in this game, had 4 Ks in 3 2/3 scoreless innings. Austin Gomber had 4 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. Mackenzie Gore had 5 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He faced Eury Perez, who had no Ks in 4 innings, giving up only 1 run. The no Ks were notable because he was in my K-prop parlay, and he hosed it. Again, the 3rd time this year, I picked a guy, and he ended up getting no Ks. Shane Baz had 6 Ks in 6 2/3 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits. His stuff is so good for his ERA. Like, I don't understand it. Someday he will put it together. Brandon Walter had 9 Ks in 6 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run. He faced Simeon Woods Richardson, who had 4 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up only 1 hit. Noah Cameron had 7 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up 4 hits. He faced Jeffrey Springs, who had 2 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Miles Michaelis had 7 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Faced off against Quinn Priester at 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 1 run. Poor old Colin Ray had 4 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. He faced Mitch Keller, who had 3 Ks in 6 innings, giving up 2 runs. Kumar Rocker had 6 Ks in 5 scoreless innings, giving up only 4 hits. He faced Aaron Savali, who had 4 Ks in 5 innings, giving up only 2 runs. Emerson Hancock had 4 Ks in 7 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits. And lastly, Nick Pivetta had 9 Ks in 7 innings, giving up 2 runs.
Ninja, we're kicking off today's corner with a trio of grannies being spanked, starting with Gary Sanchez, who added 4 runs to an Angel thrashing in Baltimore here. Next, there's a drive deep into left field by Castellanos to further embarrass the Blue Jays in the bank. And finally, we actually have a relatively important granny from J.P. Crawford over in Seattle, adding 4 to the Mariner lead to ultimately win this game 6-0. Next, over to Boston, where Rafael Devers of the San Francisco Giants puts this one out of Fenway for the last time in a Sox uniform to help his old team sweep the Yankees. Don't do it to me, Ninja.
Did the Sox just give up on this season? Help me understand this.
I think the timing certainly makes it look worse since they just swept the Yankees at home and now are over 500. And for the first time in a month or two, it seems like there's any life that the Sox have. I'm not psyched about this whatsoever. However, there's a couple of little silver linings. I did not love Rafi's contract, especially as a DH. And I'm not certain his career is going to age particularly well. So I understand getting off the contract somewhat. I'll never understand. They didn't get much back from him at all. Not psyched about that. I like Rafi. I've always liked him. I liked him a little less this year. I did kind of disagree with his stance he took. And in part because I did think it was fracturing a relationship with the team. Not to say the team was completely innocent by any means. But I kind of gave him crap when he had the comments when he didn't want to go to DH and didn't want to go to first because it just seemed like the relationship was fractured for a place he's going to be at 10 years. So I saw this coming a little bit. Wish I got back more from him. And thanks, Rafi. He helped get a ring in 2018 and he had a bunch of great moments and I like the guy a lot, but I'm not that shocked, Ninja.
My philosophy is generally it's up to the player. You get the player you got, not the player you want. Rafi was the third baseman, right? You bring somebody else in, you should at least make sure he's cool with it. He's your guy. Like if they did that, if the Braves did that to Chipper Jones back in the day, Chipper might have gone along with it. He also might have said, whoa, guys, like I thought I am your franchise third baseman. Anyway, they convinced him. They're like, dude, DH, it'll be great. You'll love it. Didn't love it at first, struggled, finally got his feet under him. And then they're like, hey, how about first base? We can use a first baseman. And like, you're yanking around something you just invested $300 million in. If I'm investing $300 million in it, I'm protecting my investment and I'm treating it like it was a $300 million investment, meaning I'm going to try to do right by it.
One thing, though, is not everybody in the current Red Sox organization signed off exactly on the Devers extension, namely Craig Breslow, who's like chief of baseball operator, or some big.
He's a smart guy, too.
Yeah. And so I think what you just laid out is not how it played out, that he wasn't necessarily the guy for Breslow. And they haven't been good for a couple years now. And he has been sort of the anchor for the team on a team that hasn't been that good. I'm not happy about it by any means. And I wish certainly they got more back for him.
I just don't like the optics of it at all. And I'm saying that as somebody who, I lived in Boston for a little bit. I understand the vibe in Boston around the Red Sox. It's just not my cup of tea. Like, you got to do better by the fans.
Well, moving on to what's important, the dong of the day. It goes to Nick Kurtz for a 9th inning game-winning homer, sending all the Kansas City fathers home pissed off because the Royals just blew it at home. And that's your dong of the day.
And now, my pitching ninja moment of Zen. I love when old teammates meet up, and then you get Acuna with a little nut tap here, doubling over Arcia. My picks of the day today are ladder with Lance McCullers. I'm going to take Lance McCullers for 6, 7, and 8 Ks. Plus, Shohei Ohtani is back on the bump. FanDuel has some cool props for him, including will he hit a home run and a strikeout and all that stuff. You take a look at it on this page right here. But I'm just excited to see Shohei back on the bump. What would your picks of the day be?